Wait, what's it like hanging out with comics? Are comics cool? You like them? You like yourself?
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's start with other people.
Okay.
That's safe.
Okay. Wait, what's it like hanging out with comics? Are comics cool? You like them? You like yourself?
Oh, I don't know about that. Let's start with other people.
Okay.
That's something never felt kind of okay. I just never felt okay. I always felt like I was trying to make things okay. And things weren't bad. I had some great times. I was having fun. But on the inside, I didn't know who I was at all. I didn't have any beliefs. I didn't have any real values. And how I felt about me was based upon how you felt about me. That my brain doesn't dictate how. My brain does not get to choose. My brain can feel a certain way, but it's not going to choose how I behave all the time. I just can't let it do it anymore. I'm going to have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because, yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man. You know, we'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if I was a dog catcher? Would I be the best? What if I was what if I worked on at an avalanche, searching for avalanches and predicting them, or what is it called, a geologist? Who would would I be able to do it? You don't know. Until you say, yeah, I'm gonna take action. Nothing changes if nothing changes, man. And I'm not preaching at you. I'm just, I just want to remind you, because I've spent a lot of time in my life sitting around wanting things to change, and not being able to make them change, and not thinking I could. Things get so busy that, I don't know if I'm living sometimes or if I'm doing a to-do list. And then I don't know whose to-do list it is sometimes. I don't know if it's my own things that I want to be doing. Is it things that I feel like people want me to be doing? Like, whose expectations am I living up to? But that's what I got to admit. I got to have to say, I need help. Dude, I don't want to need help. I don't want to need help. I want to know you, because somewhere inside of me, you can't help me. I help me. I don't want to need help. I don't need you. That's what it was. That's what it is. Somewhere a long time ago, I needed somebody, and they didn't do it. So I decided at that point, I guess, I don't need you. The only person I need is me. And I'll be damned if I'm ever going to need somebody. I ain't needing somebody. I'll be damned if I'm ever going to need somebody again. And so that's where I'm at, man. I have felt unloved, or I have felt wronged, or I have felt this. Help me try again to give this person a chance to love me, because if not, I miss out twice. I miss out as a child when I wasn't able to make a choice. When I had, it was all survival instincts that I had to operate from. But I miss out as an adult when I am able to make a choice. And and as hard as it is, I don't want to miss out on getting to love my mother twice. Well, I expected myself to be perfect, so then I would never was, because it's impossible. So then, therefore, I'm so hard on myself. You know? Because I thought that I wasn't cared for as a child, and I'm not trying to self-pity. I'm just looking at what was a part of my life. That I wasn't cared for as a child, so therefore I took it on myself. Oh, if I was better, if I was perfect, then I would be loved. You know, I'm not perfect enough. I'm not good enough. You know, I'm not good enough for my mother to see me. I'm not good enough for my father to stay alive. I had this epiphany not long ago, that I thought that if I was better, if I was perfect, if I did everything right as a kid, I thought this. I didn't know until just recently that I thought it, but it came up. That if I did everything right, that my father would stay alive. That's what I thought for some reason as a kid. Nobody explained to me what was going on or how things worked, or that dad was getting, I just knew my dad was older and that he was not going to be alive for a long time. And as a child, I thought maybe if I'm perfect, that my life would be different. And more specifically, that my dad would stay alive. My brother has been really great for me. My brother has been really, man. I don't know where I would be without my brother. I mean, he had a really tough time when we were kids. He had a really tough time. And I was the younger brother, so I came in just needing, probably what little he was getting that he needed as a child, I came in and cut that in half. But he is just a really interesting and resilient and powerful force in my life. I go to him a lot. Our relationship has built as I've gotten older, and as we've grown up, and it has been a blessing, man. My brother's the first person in my life that I ever felt like loved me just unconditionally. Unconditionally. He chose that. I would take the school bus sometimes to a different neighborhood and get dropped off and then walk, because I didn't want people to see where I lived. And I started riding my bike to school. I'd ride my bike maybe 5 miles to school when I was in middle school. And that's 5th grade, and maybe that's not wild, but at the time it didn't feel wild to me. It felt like this is what I need to do to feel okay. So, my peers won't judge me, and they may not even have been judging me. I just felt, I don't know, I guess I just felt judged. I felt less than. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know. Sometimes I didn't really feel anything. But I knew that if I showed up at school on the poor bus, then people knew I was poor. And I already felt bad enough because nobody was telling me in my world, like one of my parents, that I could feel okay about myself.